How are we doing today, servants? Is that my intro for now? I guess, calling my viewers servants. I'll stick with it, maybe. Anyways, I've been playing a lot of Yu-Gi-Oh! Lately. So much, in fact, that I am now beyond comfortable being able to beat any duelist with my Mitsurugi strategy that I've been playing for several months now. I think 4-ish months. But minus playing against Droll and Lockbird, but they simply don't have it. With all of that Yu-Gi-Oh, I've been needing to take a break. And that's when I found out about Elestrals is easily explained with being the gameplay of Yu-Gi-Oh with a resource system that is actually like insane how good it is. And with the art style similar to Pokemon or Lorcana, it's pretty nice. And with most decks in the game, you can either have a cheap variant of the deck, so just like basic commons and whatnot, or you can go all out and have a pricey deck with high rarities. And if you're a guy who cares about high rarity, I'm one of them, but I try not to. And I know I might not be an unk of Yu-Gi-Oh! I'm still fairly fresh into Yu-Gi-Oh's conception. But I feel my 6+ years that I have been playing should give me some status in talking about Yu-Gi-Oh! And other card games. So I'm going to just give you a little story, and maybe I'll convince some of you duelists to maybe become casters, perchance. So I was helping volunteer to teach people Yu-Gi-Oh! Was during Otafest. I do still have the shirt for when I was volunteering. But my buddy came up to me and he told me about this new card game that a card store in near our locals actually had. And I've heard about it. I've heard it from Mr. Unk himself, the Rothschild, MBT. But I didn't think much of it. I should have been hooked sooner, though. He told me on how the game worked and what he pretty much some other stuff about the game, and start of his sentence was it's Yu-Gi-Oh with a resource system, and I was hooked. Like, you don't need to convince me anymore. I already got it. I was broke horribly, as all belief, but I now have new shiny cardboard, so yeah, I definitely bought into it. I got to open a few packs and it felt amazing. It was incredible how the cards felt, like the stock, and like the packs themselves were nice and sturdy, and it was like just felt like opening OG Yu-Gi-Oh packs that I used to open when I was in like 2018. It's just that nostalgia, I guess. I definitely got a feel for it. And it's also, I was so excited to open something like that and very curious on how a box of this product would be like. Hoping it wasn't mapped or anything, but it actually seemed pretty random with where the rarities and stuff were. So the first set I opened was Moonrise, and it was a perfect choice for what I was going to actually end up playing in this game. I not only pulled a $30 card, which was a full moon. I don't know how good the camera is going to pick this up, but I pulled a Lunar Phase full moon. It's pretty hard to see. I pulled that, and I pulled a full art Artemis, which the art on that card is insane how good it is. I was ecstatic on my pulls, and I shouldn't have been ecstatic since I didn't really know what the rarities or price or anything was, but it was just something new that I got to open and feel proud of pulling stuff. Like, my gambling might have paid off, which I'd say it definitely did, because I get to play an incredible game. I'm gonna go off script here for a second. I have not been paid to say any of this. No one has come up to me to ask to try and promote the game. This is all on my own doing, because I would like to try to get other people to play the game, since it is incredibly good. It's an incredibly good card game, and it feels like Edison, which I've been getting into a bit more heavily here, and people who love Edison, I feel like should be hopping to this game as well. It's so good. Anyways, back to what I was saying. After opening some packs and purchasing some of the starter decks, we just jumped in and started playing. Like, I started sleeving up my cards, and I watched the 7-minute video on how to play the game from the official Elestrals YouTube channel, which you can go see the link in my description. It'll just take you straight to that video. I highly recommend you watch it. It's 7 minutes of your life, but the gameplay is so good that it is, and also so simple that you can just jump in and start playing. We both drew 5 cards, and I lost a die roll. Classic Yu-Gi-Oh! Die roll losing. But he got to go first, and it was insane how poorly I played. Like, I thought some of my Yu-Gi-Oh! Prowess would shift over to Elestrals, because it's just Yu-Gi-Oh! With a resource system. I took that resource system for granted. Yu-Gi-Oh! Players gotta understand, you can't just do everything you want while there is a resource system, or, well, a good resource system. You actually have to think about it instead of just, yeah, I'll just do everything in turn 1. If you don't have anything, you lost. So, like, I had to actually think about which cards I was playing, because that resource system is also your health. So I'm going to play this 2-cost card on one of his 1-cost cards just to not deal with that. Like, I had to actually think, which for our first game was not good. But with my first match, though, coming to an end, I actually came out victorious. I did pull one of the box toppers, basically with a guy that says when it dies during the end phase, it comes back. It's literally Vampire Lord or whatever his name is, from early GOAT format, and he is so cool. What a cool card. It's such a nice card to have in full art. But this is the second game to give me a new sense of purpose. This is the second game to make me feel this way. The first obviously being Yu-Gi-Oh! Because, I mean, I love Yu-Gi-Oh! I not only wanted to play this game more, I wanted to learn the game and grow a community to play this game. That's how committed I want to be to this. But I asked a couple people, a couple of my friends, and they also instantly took a liking to the game. Maybe a bit too much, because we spent way too much money that day on this silly card game. But we all got back from the card shop and started watching tournaments, looking up the best decks, and learning which cards in the game were the best. And there definitely isn't just one best deck. It felt like every strategy could find wins. So I started with my Lunar Phase deck, which that's the deck I bought into, which was the Moonrise set. And I've been playing and enhancing this deck more and more, and I feel like it's definitely my favorite strategy. I think it definitely fits my playstyle. And then while my 2 other buddies were trying to figure out decks, they've been playing a bunch of stuff. One of them was playing Celestlio. The other was playing a self-mill deck that just pumps out bodies really fast and swings for game. But they definitely have been trying different other cool strategies. With me playing this game, I have been trying to grow the community by definitely invading our locals at Yu-Gi-Oh! With this card game and asking if anyone wants to try it, pretty much. And another way I'm going to try getting more people into the game is possibly hosting tournaments at my house, since our local card game store doesn't see the potential in Elestrals just yet, which is fair. But I'm going to start hosting at my house, possibly, since I don't have a storefront yet. But I'm going to try doing every other Saturday or every Saturday, depending on how popular it is. And I will be streaming the locals and have viewer interactions, which will be streamed on my YouTube and my Twitch, which I haven't been touching my Twitch recently just because of how busy I've been. I've been traveling and working, and I need to take a break. And I feel like this Elestrals hyperfixation I'm on is going to help me with that. If any of the big people from Elestrals, the TCG, I'm looking at you, A Drive, if you want to try and support me in trying to get this game known at my locals, in my small town, which resides in Alberta, I will continue to make videos on this game and maybe actually invest on being a full-time Elestrals streamer / YouTuber. Maybe one of them content creators. I think this game is insane. It's amazing, and it needs to see some more recognition. I think it is new into its lifespan, or it gives it more potential. Like, there's more potential for the game, definitely. So I think a lot more people should try hopping onto it and playing, because it's fun. That's the forefront of all card games, is how fun it is, and this one is it's fun. Doesn't feel bad to lose. It's pretty good. Blah, 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 blah. Thank you for listening to my rambling on this hyperfixation I have on card games. I'll hopefully be making another video soon, specifically either Yu-Gi-Oh or Elestrals content. Yeah, sorry, I'm gonna go off script here. I just want to, right before the end, I just want to mention that Elestrals is coming out with their own sim. It does definitely look like Master Duel, I'll be honest, but it is incredible how fast they produce something like this, and it looks like almost all of the cards they have in the TCG currently are actually in that game, and it's incredible how fast they are at this. But they have such a great team, and I can't wait to see more of their stuff. But I think that's all I have for this video, so thank you for listening, and bye-bye.